What's up PvZ fans, it's StrangeLuv here, and for this video I'm going to go over 3 brand new zombie variants that you can look forward to playing in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Now these video clips came from the Plants vs. Zombies Facebook page, but I decided to lump them together into one video so you can check them out all at once. Alright guys, let's get into it. First up, we have the Tennis Star, which is the newest All-Star variant coming to Garden Warfare 2. Now, the Tennis Star is pretty easy to spot because he's got a huge hairdo of curly blonde hair, as well as a tennis racket that somehow went over all that hair and is hanging around his neck. Now, as you can guess, the Tennis Star's ammunition consists of tennis balls that, based off this gameplay, appear to fire pretty rapidly, maybe just a little bit slower than the Golf Star. Now, we also got some interesting information from Justin Weeb over on Twitter a couple days ago, who said that because the Tennis Star's tennis balls are so light, the character actually has very little movement penalty when firing, which sounds pretty cool. And this might actually come in handy for capturing objectives as the zombie team because you could just plow into an area, tennis balls blazing, and not have to worry about slow movement. Now, as I was watching this gameplay, I was thinking to myself, okay, tennis balls are pretty bouncy, right? So what if the tennis balls could actually ricochet off of enemy plants or off of surrounding buildings? I don't know how possible that would be, but imagine if there were just tennis balls bouncing off the walls, smacking into multiple enemies. It would be chaotic, but so much fun. And I don't see anything like that here, but it's fun to think about these things, so let me know what you think of that in the comments below. Every good band needs some reliable roadies to haul their equipment for them, right? Luckily, if Dr. Zomboss makes a band, he'll have the Roadie engineer by his side. The Roadie engineer comes equipped with a big amp speaker on his back, which pretty much gives him the power of sound as his weapon. We can see here that he uses a handheld speaker to blast plants with a huge sound wave, and it appears that his speaker weapon is also fully automatic, meaning that you can just hold down the trigger and do a continuous blast of sound. Now, for those of you who don't know, the engineers in Garden Warfare 2 are actually getting a new turret ability, which is most likely going to replace their Cone Strike, because Captain Deadbeard already has the Parrot Pal drone, and instead of having 2 abilities that are drones on 2 different characters, they're going to replace the engineer's drone with a turret, which we can see in this gameplay. And the turret seems very similar to how the pea shooter hunkers down into its Gatling, and the engineer sort of does the same thing here, so this should make the engineers a little bit more effective for defending objectives this time around. There's one more thing to point out in this gameplay, and you might have noticed that the Roadie engineer all of a sudden had these yellow beams of light coming out from his body, and this is actually what happens when a character levels up in Garden Warfare 2. Gary Clay actually tweeted about this on Twitter the other day using this exact gameplay footage as an example, so we know that that is in fact what is happening here. And lastly, we have the Park Ranger, which was revealed about a couple weeks ago, and it's the new Toxic Foot Soldier variant coming to Garden Warfare 2. The Park Ranger is equipped with a barbecue grill ZPG on his back, a bear trap around his leg, and even a little rabbit emerging from his hat. Now we can see in this gameplay that this does appear to be the toxic variant for the Foot Soldier class because we can see that he fires a sort of green smoke with little skull and crossbones that pop up, so that could really only mean that it's doing toxic damage. And the barbecue on his back is his ZPG, so I'm wondering if it launches maybe a toxic hamburger or a toxic hot dog as its rocket or something like that. Anyway, the Park Ranger seems to be a really fun Foot Soldier variant. It was about time that we got a toxic variant for the Foot Soldier class, so this makes sense, as most of the other classes already have toxic variants as well. Alright you guys, let me know which one of these zombie variants you're most excited for in Garden Warfare 2, and if you want to check out 3 new plant variants coming to Garden Warfare 2 as well, go ahead and click on the video on the screen or down in the description box below. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this is StrangeLuv signing out.